Grades everyone, Core here. Time for some more Fooly Cooly discussion, and this is going to be the final episode, episode 6 for Fooly Cooly Progressive, which, I know it's going to take some time to really fully digest what happens in this episode to really understand exactly what happened. For the most part, Haruko actually has a human moment, and Jinru is back, and Ida and Hidomi are together, which I finally learned their names because I'm actually looking at it right now. Now I got on my other screen. Oh, sorry, a little tired from AX today. Went Saturday. If you're interested, I'll be having a masquerade video up in case you missed it or didn't get to go. It's a long video, so hopefully I'll have it up Sunday, tomorrow, or later today, depending on how you see this movie, but this clip. So, Fooly Cooly Progressive was good. I mean, the second half, episode 4, 5, and 6, is the far superior episodes, of course, compared to 1, 2, and 3. I feel like there's not really a lot that gets done, even for setting up characters and stuff in 1, 2, and 3. Characters are kind of thrown at you randomly, almost, and they have some scenes, but really, I mean, one guy, one of the friends of the guy is just like soft-spoken, does whatever, he's, nothing happens with him. At least the other guy, the chubby guy, he has a bit more character development. He has this, he's paying for a girlfriend experience from this girl who was apparently a big part of trying to take down Medical Mechanica. And I mean, even the girl, that she has more character development than like the other friend of Ida. And man, like, what the hell? Like, you're only working with, I mean, on the credits they have 12 people listed for voice actors. I mean, there's of course a lot of background, but 12 characters. I mean, I felt like original Fooly Cooly, this friend, now his friends had more development, had more than what these guys got. Granted, I think you're mostly working with 10 people, I think, if you don't really count the teacher or the secretary that's sleeping with what's her name's father, the mayor. He was the mayor, right? I believe, something like that. But yeah, so but even those characters just get thrown away. Yeah, no, I actually, now I think about it, there's about 12 characters too as well. I'm considering how some of these guys get very little screen time. But yeah, man, like, it, character wise, so summing up the whole Fooly Cooly Progressive, because the next season is Fooly Cooly Alternative, which I believe is August, but I've been hearing it might be pushed back a month or two because of licensing issues, but we'll see. Originally, I think this was supposed to have some issues too being released, but surprised it didn't. So, excuse me, we'll see what happens with there. But overall, Fooly Cooly 1 still is the best. Same 6 episodes, so you could grade it, you could compare it. It's very easy to compare. Well, okay, not very easy because they're almost completely different as far as the structure for their episodes are. Which, I mean, the first 3 episodes you get some good developments. Where here it's like the first 3 episodes you almost get nothing. Like I said, not until episode 4 you start getting some crazy stuff and it starts feeling like Fooly Cooly again. But yeah, man, like, the people that are, saying really great things about it are probably only thinking of the last 3 episodes, because the first 3 do not, I can't say it enough. I mean, I keep saying it over and over, but yeah, man, the first 3 are just bad. Just don't even watch them. we'll start at 4. But so pretty much the final episode. It kind of has some shades of, the finale for Fooly Cooly, where pretty much there's a showdown between Haruko and one of the leads. Which here it's Hidomi. She gets pretty much her little mech suit, Kante 2.0, and she gets a cool little, pink guitar as well. So it's pretty cool. Kind of wish it wasn't pink though. I don't know, cause okay, we get it. It's a girl, but still, Haruko runs a blue bass, and then she gets a red guitar that she gets from Naoto, which is Adamus's, which in this episode he actually takes back because she's been rocking the red guitar ever since she took Jinru, because I believe Jinru had the red guitar, if I'm not mistaken. But see, that's another thing too. So it seems like the end credits for, because this has a completely different end credits than the first 5 episodes, seemed like it was the story of before Progressive starts. Jinru is apparently part of Haruko, and which it seems like that's true going into episode 4, but at the end of this episode she's back out and she's doing her own thing too as well. So it's interesting because Haruko is pretty much an alien, but it's weird because they don't quite go into what she is exactly. Granted, Adamus is, he's this giant, space bird with almost unlimited power, and pretty much could do whatever he wants. I think they even call him a space pirate in the original series. But yeah, man, like, it's weird that they keep that, since they're trying to. It seemed like they wanted to draw out the Fooly Cooly universe a little bit, but really they didn't. There's almost no information gained besides Haruko actually having like I said, a little breakdown moment at the end, or she's still actually as human. She even says, "Why don't you like me, or don't want me, or love me?" Something like that in that context. To Adamus, who is in like a human form, and she even says, "I'm overflowing," which overflowing was the big thing with Fooly Cooly. Pretty much like overflowing emotions, hormones, different things, but just she's in love with him, and it's interesting, but I don't know. It's just like she still ends up being the same character at the end. She still wants Adamus. She still wants, I don't know if it's the power or the actual person, but yeah, man. This episode she makes, it's pretty cool. She makes like a giant bird cage, but surprise, the bird cage isn't quite big enough because he is planet size, and it's interesting. Hidomi's mother is really, I don't know. It feels almost like they allude to it might be Naota, but then what the mother says, him leaving and for the planet or something like that, and it's like Naota wouldn't, but the father had left those headphones for her, so he knows she's special, which it seems like it would be Naota's kid. But then, of course, you don't have that relationship with Naota and I can't think of her name from the original Fooly Cooly, the one that was what was she, class president? I think she was. But yeah, like what happened there? Because it's not her, it's Hidomi's mother here. So, I don't know. Like, there's a lot of stuff that they kept very vague, and I don't know if they did that just to try to make people think and figure it out, like conspiracies or theories. I'm sure there's a ton of them out there, but it almost feels. I mean, there is one connection with the Fooly Cooly, with the father of the plant girl, which I call plant girl now because she's literally a plant that was used to fight Medical Mechanica. which they kind of pop up in episode 4, which when it gets getting good. Oh no, episode 3, so they pop up. He's actually the son of the agent from the first Fooly Cooly movie with the fake eyebrows. Because this is a little joke towards the end. He's like, "Oh, you have small eyebrows just like your father," and it's like, he tries to hide it. So there's a connection there, but he is too young because it's supposed to be 17 years, I think, or 15 years after the first Fooly Cooly time lapse. I'm pretty sure, unless it's supposed to be more, and it's just since the first Fooly Cooly, premiered, it's been 15 something years. So I don't know. There's just a lot of unanswered questions that it felt like if you're gonna make another season of Fooly Cooly, why not, give some information, more information at least, than what they gave, which was very little. Just a couple throwaway lines, almost, very little stuff. So didn't quite like that. Music's still great. It's the pillows. It's just fits it so well. They kind of overuse it, I think, a little too much, but whatever. What else? Animation's okay. I mean, there wasn't as much variation as the first Fooly Cooly, so don't look forward to that. It's a lot more modern. Granted, it does have that fluidity that the first one kind of had. So a couple good points, but it's like the variations that they had are just not the same. What else? Voice acting's okay. I mean, at least as far as the main, 4 or 5, they do a wild job, a good job. But man, it just doesn't. I don't know. The ending of Fooly Cooly, the first season, was pretty perfect. I mean, this one is just like, well, it didn't work again, so we're gonna do it again. Like, they could literally keep pumping out these 6-episode stories, forever, pretty much, because Haruko's not gonna change. So I don't know. I'm hoping alternative, Fooly Cooly alternative is gonna be better. Maybe some more, answers to the questions that people have, especially in this series or this season. But I don't know, man. It almost seems like nothing's gonna happen, especially with the name alternative. It almost feels like it's just an alternative of What If from the first series, so the first season. So I don't know. I do not have my hopes up too high, but maybe I will get surprised like I usually do. But yeah, so that's that for Fooly Cooly. We are done. It's over. Finally. Like I said, I did go to AX today, so you see my little AX thing. So if you're interested in seeing the Masquerade, I did record it all. Granted, there's a few snippets here and there that kind of had to cut out because for some reason phones now don't just keep recording. They just record in 10-minute segments or something like that. At least mine does. Samsung, S9 Plus. I haven't figured out how to turn that off, but whatever. It's okay. I managed to work around it. The dance crew that danced last year danced again. They were the only ones that really suffered from my editing, my recording, because they danced for like 30 to 40 minutes, and I only record 10 minutes at a time, so I had to try to pick my spots. But one spot was kind of noticeable more than the others, but it should come out good. Hopefully I'll have that up later today. But I am beat because it is hot. Over 100 degrees. Yay. But look forward to that, guys. When alternative comes out, I'll probably do some more discussions about Fooly Cooly. If you guys have any questions, whatever you want to talk about Fooly Cooly, progressive, what you liked, what you hated, go ahead and leave it in the comments. I'm always looking. I don't mind a good discussion or argument, so have at thee. But until next time, guys. Later.